It should be fine to start now. At least it is. Well, I'm ready. So why not? Let me just move some stuff over and readjust how certain things are positioned. Let me check. All right. There you go. Oops. There we go. I should probably open my blinds. My face tracking. I'm sitting in a dark room right now. When I say dark room, I mean my dark bedroom, but I'm here. Good afternoon. Good morning if you're if you're on the other coast of the US, and hello. What is OBS talking about? OBS is, well, not OBS, YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio is angry because there's no audio playing, so they're like, "Oh, your bitrate is 0. We suggest you do something about it." My bitrate is not 0. It's just that there's no sound. And then it keeps like, "Oh, it's like, oh yeah, everything's working." So, it's been a while since we did just chatting for a bit. We're gonna doodle today because I didn't doodle yesterday. I didn't draw yesterday because I went out and I was tired. The heat killed me. I do. Uh, I have streams planned. They're on the YouTube schedule for. They're on the schedule for this week. So it's gonna be today, tomorrow, and Friday. I will not be. I probably will not be streaming next week unless it's on Monday because uh my brother is graduating from high school and I will have family member or two and a friend coming. So I will be attending that. And then after that, that's on Thursday. But on Tuesday, I have something that I need to take care of military wise. But that's it. That's all I have to do. Um, yeah, today we're gonna be doodling. I do have some news. I revived my Kara account, which was listed on I don't even know if it's still listed on my website. I probably took it off. Yeah, it's listed on my website. I've revived it. Oh, it's not on my website because I changed one thing about my username. Let me add that now. Let me update my website. I have like 3 different drafts of this website. So then I was like, because all my drafts are horrible looking. At least the early versions. I finally got one that I like, which I'm going to update. I updated it for this year. It's gonna be updated at the end of the year, I think. Either that or I shut this one down, make a brand new one entirely. I've also I revived my Tumblr account, so I'm going to add that because I started posting on there last night. And now I feel like I have to use it. I'm just trying to expand my reach, and then I need to add my art sky because if I don't add my art sky, it's gonna be not my art sky. What's it? Art station. Hello. Why is it linking to me? Can what? Okay, this is the first time I've ever looked myself up. But that's by accident. I'm looking for my what's it called? Tumblr. Yeah. Too loud for me. It's because I turn up my headphones. But I revived it. I've had that account for years now. It's just that I haven't actually used it. I know I had another Tumblr account, but I don't remember if I even used it. But I deleted it and then revamped it. So we're gonna be using that. I'll be using that for like fan art maybe and some OC work. But if I ever do fan art, it's gonna be posted there. Which I'm gonna post there later today. I'm just trying to look for it. No, I don't want the triangle. What the no? You see if she. Oh, I thought something happened to my OBS. So Stream Elements is probably gonna be shut down, but it seems like they're going to update. Well, not update. They're looking into acquiring. So looking into somebody acquiring it. So if they get acquired, I will continue using it unless they do something. Unless they do something that makes me want to stop using it. Uh, but but if I have to switch, I will have to code all my assets again. Well, not again. I've never coded my assets, but like my alert system and other stuff, I would have to code all that, which I don't feel like doing. Let me not do that because it's not readable. There we go. 3, 6, 9, 10. We have 10 socials linked to my website now, so that's all updated. So I'm publishing it now. Just so you know, I am dual streaming. I stream to both YouTube and Twitch from now on. Before I was able to, and then the internet got worse and I wasn't able to after that. But I have fiber internet now, so I'm able to dual stream. I still want to do Twitch only streams. That used to be on Sunday, not anymore. But I would very much oh no. I would very much what's it called? I would very much like to do Twitch only streams. It's just I don't know when. I do know what I want to do Core Keeper, but if I do Core Keeper, that's gonna be Twitch only. If I ever do Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 2 might be Twitch only because I started that on Twitch and I don't want to start on YouTube. No, I started that on YouTube too. It's the only one of the VODs exist. Emmy of the Smiling Man is Twitch only. Silent Hill F is Twitch only. I think Twitch only streams are going to be the ones that get cut down into videos. I don't know. Because I could just easily download it off Twitch. What else? I don't know. There's a lot that I want to do after this month. I do have something in the works though, so that's priority. I have a couple of things in the works right now. So, but one of them is my main priority. I'm just very slow with it because it's been a whole year since I've last done. Was it a year? No, it's been 2 years since I've last done something like this, and it's been a year since I've last done anything regarding VTubing works. if I open model commissions, I would be very, very slow. Hold up. One of my friends randomly sent me an invite to what? Slay the Spire 2, and I told them before. I literally told them before I do not have that game. And one of my friends was like, "Oh, I think you would like it." Yeah, I never got it. Huh. Let me look it up. I know nothing about Slay the Spire, and everybody in my year, they're like, "Oh, you would." They like they hype it up so much, but I hate when people hype up one game over and over and over and not stop talking about it, because then my mind is like, "Okay, well, this is overrated," and I do not like. I don't like. I don't like games that are overrated. Well, I do. It really depends, but I don't like to hop on the hype train because then it burns me out and whatnot. The same goes for creating. I don't like getting on the hype train when it comes to content creating because I get burnt out easily, and most of the times it's something that I don't really like doing. I'd rather just do my own thing, and that's what I will do. What's in my drafts? Did I? Oh, delete. I heard you can embed stuff, so I wonder if I could like. So I'm gonna be doodling. I'm gonna be doodling, so I want to like. Well, I can't embed. Hold up. This guy. Let me make my post, and then I'll get started. I have the art program already pulled up. I don't have my YouTube link. Yes, I do. It's right here. I don't like this. That's ugly. But yeah. Mm-hmm. There we go. But yeah. So what was I don't even remember what I was talking about, but I posted to Blue Sky. I should probably post to Twitter. I hate posting to Twitter. I made an art post on Twitter. It just doesn't do well. Also, my Twitter bot is broken. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's not even there anymore. I don't know. Hashtag, I can't use hashtag arts. Do I want to like? I don't know. Okay, so let me tell you what we're gonna be doodling. We're gonna doodle. Well, I'm gonna doodle my FNAF LC real quick, and probably my friends by V Void. I'm gonna doodle Void or Grace's character uh with Derek, but I want to doodle Derek. Well, there's something I want to doodle. I have to doodle his brother, which I have different. I have heads like, not. I have a head doodled for him, but I need to color him. But I want to doodle Kyron because Kyron, you guys don't know how many AUs there are related to me. I have like 5 almost. I have 5. Those are not your first words. What is this account talking about? Hello. Hi, Jason. How are you doing? You have assignments. I don't have a. You see, I need a lurk command. You always remind me that you always remind me that I need a lurk command. You got assignments? Okay, that's fine. Surprisingly, the chat doesn't read that. I did that when my chat broke, but it's good to see you here. That's fine. Work on your assignments. Get that over with. We'll be doodling today. I was just going over what I needed. Um, not what I needed. We're gonna doodle. Okay, so main is like FNAF, AU, my FNAF OC. You be listening. That's how I am when it comes to streams. We're gonna doodle my uh FNAF OC. We're gonna doodle Grace's FNAF OC with Derek because canonically those two are best friends in another timeline. That's like the 3rd timeline for him. And then I have Kyron doodles that I want to do, my VTuber persona stuff I want to do. I want to doodle like him in his different outfits because, but I also want like give like different poses for those outfits because uh each outfit is like from a different universe. So obviously I'm gonna do universe 0, which is or timeline 0, which is my original outfit. And then we have timeline 2, which is the version where I go crazy with power and I don't change my ways, so I'm in the human realm like destroying everything and whatnot. Then there's timeline 3, which is the reboot, which is the one we're in right now. Then there's the Chibi timelines. No, the Jiangxi timeline, Chibi timeline. Oh, there's more timelines, I guess. The Prisoner timeline, which that's more of an alternate universe. So Prisoner AU, though I don't know. That one's not. I don't consider that's more of like a headcanon because I never actually drew him as a prisoner. We have the reboot, which is the model that I'm using right now. It's a reboot. Technically, a reboot of everything. And then another universe. We have the alternate universe is let's just say the next model is going to be in an alternate universe. I already kind of spoiled it. The next model is in the works, yes, but it's not a normal model. It's a GV model, but it's going to be not demon. I will not be a demon. uh, just like how I thought there's going to be a new Jiangxi model last year, there was no Jiangxi model. I said there's going to be a birthday outfit this year. I don't know if there'll be a birthday outfit this year. I don't know, but there's not going to be a Jiangxi model for maybe until next year. Though technically, I was supposed to have a Jiangxi model done for this model. That way, they could coexist at the same time, but from completely different universes. So I don't know. Originally, the Jiangxi model was gonna be the demon, be like a demon, or it was gonna have my demon horns, but then I didn't include that because I was like, it needs to be its own thing. But yeah, I've just been doodling. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna start with the FNAF doodles first. I'm trying to find out how to embed a video. How would I do that? Is this how you do it? Link. Can I add another link? I can. I don't care who's watching. Don't show me that. Hello? This is my account. Stop. What is this? Apparently I can add drops, but I don't know why I would. Oh, never mind. That's for turbo. We don't care about turbo. What the hell? Sorry, I'm typing. Before I open this file, let me see if I can actually show this file. Alright, because there's a doodle on here, but I don't know if I can actually show it. Okay, well, this doodle's not even sexual or anything. This is just a doodle to show, like, oh, too hot. Sweating. Sweating from all the work that he's been doing. Hashtag OC, hashtag VTuber, hashtag illustration, hashtag FNAF, FNAF AU. Original character. I posted. All right, there we go. Everywhere has been updated. Let me check the art side of everything. What is this music? YouTube, you have no music because I'm not dealing with copyright. It's not like I've never been copyrighted before. It's just that I don't want to deal with the copyright. Oh, this is called Whales. I actually like this. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. There we go. We're gonna ignore this because this is the thing that I used when doodling. I'm gonna Label, how are you doing? How's my art sister doing? My single brain celled friend. Can y'all hear me just fine? I shouldn't sound too far away. I've had to move my mic back so that I can lean in and talk. Your art sister grinding it out as always, as usual. Even when she's sick. Like I said, the grind never stops. I've been drawing every single day, and I've been working on something. Hold up. Let me show. I guess I could show it now. Because I don't know when it's going to be done. I'm really slow. No one here's going to remember. Who here remembers this? Probably not. Everybody's going to forget about this model the minute I show. Oh, where's the file? Uh-oh. It was right there. Here you go. We're not going to work on this. This is something I work on off stream. This is your sneak peek from me. Yeah, this is the next model. No longer demon for now. Despite how much I know we love the demon, but the demons sometimes I gotta take a break and go on to something new. The Jiangxi is not new though. I was always going to have a Jiangxi model because I love Shenko from Darkstalkers. I'm one of those people. Nobody talks about Darkstalkers these days. I love Darkstalkers, especially the lore. Playing it, I don't know. I rarely play the game. I'm gonna be a technologically advanced being. I have lore. There's lore for these, like the blue areas on his arm. They hide, like, they're part of his body. I'm not hard. They hide a bunch. They hide his like inner workings, basically, cords. So if you were to lift these up, you'd see all the wires and metallic parts to him. But they could also be used as weapons. So I can't remember the inspiration. Also, I had to look up if it was okay to have this doodle on here. Here's some doodles that I did on Monday. Some doodles I did on Monday because we're doing FNAF stuff. But there's something else I gotta doodle. I gotta color him first, but I need to doodle him in an Agni form because for those who don't know, this is my FNAF. I have to show him because it's okay. Not I don't have. It's not that I have to show him. He has his scar comes from Foxy, so he's going to be having and it's a brutal accident. So there's going to be a ton of agony. So there's going to be something that looks like him that only appears every now and then. Every now and then. There's someone else that I need to doodle but it's gonna give away lore. So I can't doodle him because it's gonna give away my lore. Well, Abel already knows it because I spilled it out like several months ago. At the beginning of the year, I think. There we go. Thank you, Wisebot. Wisebot's gonna be stealing the Lavo's job, unfortunately. Because when the bots are here, Balavo is always like, "No, Wisebot, how dare you?" But yeah, I doodled these on Mondays. Dude was here first, but he wasn't. Well, he wasn't here first. You were here first before Wisebot was. Then I added Wisebot because I had no mods besides Andrew and Miru. I'm adjusting my mic. I'm a huge perfectionist when it comes to my tech stuff. Also, I found out. Well, I found out that I could get my uh monitor stand, but I'm waiting because I'm buying new headphones soon that are expensive because these headphones that I'm wearing right now suck. I mean, the sound quality is good, but they kind of suck. But I need noise canceling headphones. You just assume Wisebot always existed. You thought that was a Twitch? No, it's an external bot that you have to add. And if you're watching on YouTube, I am watching. I'm not watching. I'm reading Twitch chat. The chat just doesn't show up on this screen. But yeah, Wisebot was an external thing. Wisebot wasn't here until last year. Maybe early last year or late last year. I can't remember when Wisebot was added. But like my mods are usually not here, so my model's freaking out because I'm in the dark. You don't even know how to change the category. The category has changed. Wisebot's not changing the category. I manually change it myself. I don't know how you do it as a mod. I don't moderate for any other channel. Not that I know of. The only channel I moderate for is Andrew, but Andrew hasn't streamed in like 3-4 years now. I think the last time he streamed was 2022. We were playing Phasmophobia together. He tried to play without me. I said, "Nope, I'm coming." Oh, okay. Well, you don't know how to do it. See, for me, OBS, there should be like a mod manager view or whatever, or it's a program. I remember saying that there was a program you need to get to actually fully moderate my channel without having to do it just within the chat. But I think it's called ground control, Stream Elements ground control. I can't remember. Or Twitch has its own thing, Twitch Studio or something. I can't remember. You'd have to look it up. But yeah, so this is Derek Stills. I stole his last name from my favorite Scott Pilgrim comic. That's lore that nobody knows besides Grace. I stole it. I was like, I like the name. Steven Stills just sounds like a good name, and I like the last name Stills. So Derek Stills, also because it's fitting because he lives in Utah, pretty much mixed. Well, he is mixed. At first he wasn't, but then I thought canonically it just made sense. Considering he's in rural Utah. And back then there wasn't that much of a population when it came to black people in the rural areas. So I was like, well, let me change that. Also because in Tomodachi Live he canonically has like a white brother, but but then I was like, ooh, I want half siblings too. They should have been half siblings to be honest, but then I was like, it wouldn't make sense. At least not to me. But yeah, so I doodled this on Monday. He I write all the time, and I gave him dialogue that would match with the writing at the time because this is 1981 right now. Right, like 1981 transitioning into 1982. He's always fixing the stupid arcade machines that break down. That's like early sketch of his brother. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. And then this one was like gonna be a full body drawing, but I was lazy. I didn't like how the legs turned out, so so I was like, let me just do half body. I said, let me just do half body because what the lower body, it was just making me mad, and I didn't want to use 3D models, and I'm still not using 3D models. But we're gonna do Doodle, start with these guys first, and then we're gonna start working on the other OC works that I need to do. I forgot you can't move these. We're probably gonna, I don't want to zoom into your stomach. We're probably gonna, I'm gonna color him first, actually. Where are his shades? Is this the wrong one? Okay, there it is. We're probably gonna, what's it called? I don't know. Doodle different faces for him. But this is his older brother, which I also. What the hell is this? Mm-mm. Sounds like a sea shanty. I don't know yet. I'm still working on his facial features because I'm like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want just yet. But I called him Derek, not Derek, Steven Stills. Originally he was gonna be like the younger brother. That was originally what he was going to be. And then I changed my mind. I was like, he needs to be the older brother. So now he take now and then their story's kind of depressing. But I don't know how much lore I want to dive into yet. How much lore do I want to dive into? I'm giving the Label so much material right now just by talking about lore, because you know the Label's my number one lore lover. They get super excited when lore is brought up. I love lore. That's right. But yeah, so Steven is in his 30s, while Derek is 25. I'm like trying to refine everything. I was gonna give him a full beard, but I was like, he's not gonna want a full beard just yet. At least not at his age. You never know though. Very protective of his younger brother. Do not mess with him. Because if you mess with him, you know, you're gonna get beat up. He is a construction worker, so you can't attack him. He will fight you. Insert Matt Pat saying Lord, but your face has been cut over it. I can imagine it. Welcome to the Labels lore review, where we review lore. But it's like a talk show. Like, did you hear about Jay's latest lore updates? And then it's a rant about me and my lore. If I had like a channel based on my own lore, I think I would go crazy. Because why are you making why are you making a channel based on why are you making a channel based on me? I had that happen one time when I was in the Splatoon community. Some girl, I don't know how old they were, they stole my OC that I separated from myself for one specific storyline. And they had a girlfriend, right? And they took that character and pretended to be like his girlfriend. And you cannot find that channel anymore. But let me tell you, the amount of people that I've had obsessed with me is crazy. Do you guys like his hair? I struggled with drawing his hair a lot because I wanted it to be like curly, like extremely curly. I just didn't know how to do it. Curly hair is your op. You know what's funny? I have curly hair. I hate curly hair. I hate drawing curly hair. That's why I always go for straight hair. But I can draw curly hair just fine. This is how I do it usually. I just do a bunch of quick lines like, but I know how to do curls like this, but that's too detailed for what I'm doing right now for a doodle. Maybe it's best you're getting out of you. Don't you have didn't you tell me you had wavy hair? Or is your hair curly? I can't remember. I think wavy hair looks cool. It's just that I don't draw it. Your hair is wavy. That's what I see. I remember you. I don't remember what even sparked that conversation, but we were talking about like different hairstyles, and I said my hair is curly. I could have a wavy hairstyle, I just don't want to. Because that's like a lot of work. Curly isn't in your dictionary. I think curly hair is good if you know how to do it right. I try to keep and I keep like an afro, a mini afro. But I just like I don't like hair when it's big. I don't like having too much hair. Do I want to have a missing a tooth right there? I have like a made up a head canon right now. I don't know if I'm gonna make it canon though, where he lost his tooth because him and Derek got into a fight. And like Derek punched him really hard. Sibling stuff. Brotherly activities. Always fighting. I just don't want to like take off his mustache. Some people do like mustaches like this, which I feel like if it's an older man, but I'm not doing that. I like this. I don't know. I just prefer stubble when it comes to my guy LCs, unless they're like older. I don't like how that line is thicker. But yeah, curly hair isn't curly hair is an op for every artist because like If I do it detailed, I don't think I could do it detailed. Because if I do it detailed, it would have been like this. Yeah, literally would have been like this. And I'd be like, okay, well then let's do that. Well, that's not bad. But if I do the whole thing detailed, I actually don't know how this part would be. It might be like that. It might split off like that. I don't know. But that's like the most detailed I could get with curly hair. My issue is shading it. This is just me keeping it simplified. This was the alternative hairstyle, which was like Derek's hair, but it's ugly. Where's the other one? Well, it was like this before. Then it evolved into this. That's the base that I used to doodle this man. But I wrote down that he wears sunglasses a lot when he goes out. Because why not? Though I just don't know how to like. I wanted him to have like a different facial feature, but his face is more. Derek's face is a lot slimmer, and his face is more squarish almost. His face is a lot bigger and probably rounder. I'm actually gonna put this layer in another folder. And then for skin tone, I can't remember. I wrote down, I have my notes, they're in my pocket. Hello. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone. That's me writing. I have a whole description on the family, so I have to go all the way back. Starting with his deadbeat father, dead mother. I haven't decided what skin I want. They're kind of light skinned almost. Because I might want him darker, but it depends. Because his hair is brown. Why is this at 100? I don't want him to like have the same skin color as Derek. I want variation. And I used my own hex code for this skin. I'm pretty sure I did. Actually, I used it for my art. I took my own skin color for my recent art, so that's accurate. I forgot to unmute. Hi, Nowhere. How are you doing? I hydrated for you. Um, I made it so that Derek's hair. I was trying to say that I made it so that Derek's hair faded into hello model. Faded from black to brown, and originally it was gonna be that like he dyed it, but then I was like, is it possible for that to actually happen in real life? And they're like, yes, it is. I was like, oh, great. So now it's a genetic mutation. I don't know if I'll keep this color. What are we thinking? Let me experiment. I kind of want to see what he looks like if he was blonde. But I don't want to do that because his other siblings are blonde. Genetically, it's possible, but you had faded before it got completely brown. Your hair is black to brown. You're really blah. You had faded before it got completely brown. I've never. My hair is just straight black. My hair is literally just straight black. It doesn't fade to anything. And I never dyed it or anything because I'm not allowed. Look, this is what it would look like if his hair was brown, right? Let's say we made him blonde, even though I don't like blonde all that much. He looks crazy. He looks crazy. Nah, we're not doing that. The other possible hair color genetic wise is ginger. Or like this. But I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. It's just really dark brown, but it's not black no more. Yeah, that makes sense. That's that's how Andrew's hair was. His hair used to be really it used to be light, but now it's like darker. It's a darker brown. Yeah, these hairstyles are not it. Do we like this color, right? Y'all are gonna help me today. I'm just experimenting. Hold up. Let me see where Derek's hair is. If I do it like this, his hair would be well, that's too dark. The alternative is what Derek's hair fades into from black to brown. Stop. But the brown would be this color. I don't think I like that. I like that. That's what I like. That's the brown that I want. His skin color, I don't know. Cause like this is the color that I picked out for him, but I don't want him to be that white. He needs some color to him. He's a little darker than Derek, so that's okay with me. That's all I needed. What was I saying about his teeth? Oh yeah, he's missing a tooth. He might be missing a few. I don't know. But there's probably his back teeth, but like, or some like in the far back that you wouldn't really see. Um, it's because Derek punched him so hard when they were younger. They're like 5 years apart. Steven's the older one. But yeah, they have a deadbeat father. The mother is dead. We love giving our OCs trauma, isn't that right, UP? But yeah, father dead. No, the father's not dead. He's just a deadbeat. He ended up having another. He went. He abandoned these two when they were kids because he couldn't bear to be around them after his wife died, and he left them in the care of a family friend. Like he was like he left them with a family friend who didn't even want them in the first place. Uh, so like their home life was not that great, but over time that family friend grew to like love them because their father didn't. But Steven's the only one that really Steven's the one that raised Derek. The true person that raised Derek. So technically he's a brother, but he's also like a father. But Steven has like three kids. Yeah, he has three kids. One of them is 5. Then he has a 3-year-old, and then he has a 2-year-old at age 30 in the 1980s. Imagine meeting them IRL. They would. I feel like if you met them in real life, that would be. I would be confused. I'd be like, I would be like, what's going on? What's happening? Like Derek, me and Derek would be. We would get along. Originally, he was my persona, but then I split him off. From me, I always do that. I'll make a new persona and then I split them to be their separate character because I don't want to attach myself to one persona. We would get along just fine. We would communicate with through telepathy. Steven, we would be both be annoyed by Steven because Steven is like he's like a bear. He's a lovable he's a lovable bear. Even his wife would agree. But he's just too what's it called? He just loves making sure people are okay, especially his brother, giving them hugs and whatnot. I'm like, no, let's I don't like hugs, first of all. Unless I'm meeting a friend for the first time, like an online friend, like I did years ago. I have not met a new online friend since. The first person I want to meet, I would really love to meet Yuppie, but Yuppie's not the first person on my list. Yuppie's not the first person on my list to meet. I have like several other people ahead of them, but the one person that I would truly love to meet is Miru. I would really want to meet Miru because you know what's funny? I go to New York sometimes, and me and Miru are close by, but I don't drive in New York. Insert shock, but you can't say the same. I'll be terrified. Like this guy loves hugs, and I'm like, no, back up, no touch. I don't like when people touch or get in my face. He would be all over you. He's all over his brother like a baby. He treats his brother like a baby. That's how Steven is. I just feel like, stop, back up, back up. He doesn't understand personal space. And then when he does something, his brother will get on him. Like his brother just freaks out, like, stop. Your OCs would probably torture you for their background. I think my OCs would do the same. Kyron probably wouldn't, because me and Kyron, we have our backgrounds are similar, though his is a lot altered. A lot more altered to be original. Because his backstory involves like bullying and trauma. It's not necessary to color this right now. So now that we have his uh normal skin done. Oh, that ain't done. Oops. I colored the hair wrong. These two might fight me about their backstory, but I'm like, oh well, what are you gonna do? I don't want to give him brown eyes because his father has olive green eyes. So I want to do something like that. Or like this. But yeah, OC, if you ever meet your OCs, I'd be like crazy. I'd go crazy. Sometimes I wish like the things that I drew, I just wish they were real. That's what I wish sometimes. Real people that you could interact with and befriend. None of my OCs are based on real people because I don't like. I say this all the time. I have friends in real life, but I just don't. I think because of my backstory and whatnot, my personal stuff, the things that I've gone through, I just don't like people enough to want to base my characters on real people because of the stuff that I've gone through. I know some of my family members ask me to draw them, and I'm like, no, because I don't want to. I truly just don't feel comfortable not doing it for a multitude of reasons. This song is annoying. Skip. I'm really giving him the recessive genes just doing this. Okay, maybe that doesn't help. I don't know. He looks creepy with his green eyes almost. Or at least the eyes that I originally gave him. But he looks just fine like this. Hold up. Let me fix this and I'll rechat. A friend pressured you into looking at their characters. I've never had a friend do that. I willingly look at the my friend's stuff. There we go. That's Steven right there. Mr. Construction Worker. That's his head, at least. I don't know what his body will look like. Yesterday night, you were writing like a ball of stress for some reason. Right now, it's meditative. I write every night. I'm always constantly writing. I don't know why. I just happen to do it. I don't share it with anybody because nobody's allowed to. Nobody's allowed to see it. I'm like, I said this before, but I opened my Tumblr account. So if I ever share anything on my Tumblr account, I am not going to post anything that I write. Hello, Marwan. Hopefully I said that right. How are you doing? Welcome on into the stream. Like assignment writing with pen and paper and pain. I hate writing with pen and paper because I draw so much that my wrist hurts. I'm reading both chats, by the way. I can see YouTube chat on the left and I can see Twitch chat on the right. But yeah, how are you doing on the YouTube side? Sorry, my friend just texted me something. Oh, you saw my drawing and it's neat. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we're just working on some like FNAF OC stuff. But I'm gonna doodle. I gotta go get my friend's character sheet. I gotta doodle Derek again. I need one more doodle of Derek and then one more of his him and his friend. And then we're gonna do some OC doodles for the next day. Can you help me? I'm making a show. No, unfortunately, I cannot help you. I do not have the time to help anybody. And Twitch chat says hello to YTs. I don't know why I say YT. That sounds weird. I only say that when I'm typing. Hello to YouTube, I guess, is what the proper term is. I guess. I don't know why I say I guess. What was I doing? Oh, yes, yes, yes. I'm heading to my friend's Tumblr because I need their OC. I need their OC. I can't use that one. Why would she do that? I can't use that one either. Her and her freaking doodles. I need her reference sheet. I don't want that. Hello. Help. What the hell? Where is her reference? You hate YouTube because it keeps getting everyone to monetize. I've never been monetized, so luckily I've never had that issue, but everybody who has that issue I feel bad for. I have to go to who is this? That ain't my friend. Those are archives, whatever that is. Where's her? Give me a minute. I know where it is because she has tabs on her Insta. And I just gotta keep clicking. I know she updated the reference. She updated it, what, last week or the week before? Girl, what the hell? Where is your stuff? Okay, there we go. Here we go. I found it. You got demonetized. I'm sorry to hear that. You're a new subscriber. Thank you. I don't get notified when people subscribe to me on YouTube, but thank you for subscribing. In fact, I was supposed to move my stuff over here. I don't have my alerts over in the system. All right, so this is the reference I was looking for. This is my friend Void's stuff. Hold on, I'm gonna change the music. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do this. We'll let that play. We're gonna use her character for my. Why is everybody liking my old post on Twitter? Stop. I don't remember making that crap. I'm okay. Thank you, Reason Studio. Let me go back to YouTube. That's what I'm trying to do. But yeah, we're gonna use the quality is bad. This is like the worst quality I've ever seen, but it's just gonna be a doodle. But this is the doodle sheet. This is the new doodle sheet that I'm gonna have for them. Lock. Whatever the hell that was. We're not gonna do actually we're not gonna doodle her. Not yet, because I have to doodle this guy with his freaking agony monstrosity. And it needs to look creepy. Well, not creepy. I don't know how to do creepy art. Actually, I do know. It's just that I'm lazy. All right, now this song is getting on my nerves. Cute doodles. Hey, Otter, how are you doing? It's been a while. And thank you. Can you help me surprise your friend? No, because I don't know your friend. Oops, wrong brush. I don't know how. I don't do surprises either. Not that I know of. None that I add scary eyes. Well, I don't want scary eyes. Hold up. Let's ask my friend Void. Actually, she's probably working. Let me see. Okay, never mind. She's at work because she's not posting on Instagram. Could you guys give me a minute? I gotta tell Instagram that I am live. How do I do this now? I'm taking a photo. No, I said I could. I said I could. It's just that I don't do it often. I could do a scary drawing if I really wanted to. Though mine would be on like another factor of scary. Give me a minute. Now I gotta go grab my link. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. Also, everybody who keeps coming in, I don't know what it is. First Falafel, Nowhere, Jason, and Otter, they are saying, my chat on OBS is saying that those are all your first words. Those are not your first words, and I know that for a fact because I've known y'all for years now. So I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's never done it before. Maybe it reset or something. I'm sorry. Give me a minute. Is everybody ready for the weekends? I am. No, wrong one. Delete. Stop. It made you re-click the chat rules when you joined. Did you change your chat rules? Did I? Well, not recently. I changed it. When did I change it? I can't remember. It may have been like a month or two ago that I changed it, but I only altered one thing. Stop. Oh my god, Instagram. Okay, Instagram has these 3 dots at the top right, and then there's 3 dots at the bottom. I need to delete this post off my close friends. And I'm just constantly clicking the 3 dots at the top right. It just doesn't work. They need, that's a UI issue that they need to fix. Hire me. I'll fix it. It's just quick and easy. Hold up. There we go. Instagram is griefing me. They always grief me, and I hate that. It's getting hot in here. I'm like underneath a blanket every time I draw because my computer is like cold. you rarely get to catch your streams. I really get to catch yours. I am always, every time you stream, I am so tired. I rarely catch anybody a lot of my mutual streams because I am just like tired. Either that or I'm just not like paying attention, to be honest, because I'm focused on something else. Guess who's on this side? I see you there. I see you there on the other side. Careful, don't get me in trouble. Actually, I can't get in trouble now for redirecting people to. I just lowered my chair by accident. I'm trying to fix the freaking back of it. I can't get in trouble now for telling people to go to my YouTube if I really wanted to. So if you do want to watch me on YouTube, you can. You don't have to worry about Twitch ads. You found it through my card? Yeah, that's where all my socials are, which I should promote. We're on opposite schedules. We really are. I just have too much free time. And I started streaming in the afternoons because I don't have to wait till night anymore. Let me go get my fan real quick. I said fan, but I meant remote. It just sits on my bed. Oh my gosh. I hate I hate how hot it gets when I draw. My computer will start overheating because I have like several tabs open. As much as I love The Legend of Zelda, I do not want to listen to this. I only listen to this for its Morse code because I found out that Breath of the Wild had Morse code in the Divine Beast. There we go. Now I can lean back without any issues. Oh my gosh, this stupid blanket. There we go. Much better. I sound old. I sound old saying that. Sorry, OBS is here. You're on a Gremlins. You're on a gremlin sleep schedule right now, so you usually stay up until like 5 a.m. then wake up at 1 p.m. on days you work. I wish I could do that. My mind is just like, oh, you got to take your melatonin or you won't sleep. I'm like, okay. So I just go to sleep around 12:30. Today is unfortunately a work day, so you got to go in like 20 minutes. Uh, but you'll live. Why am I saying live? You'll leave stream up while you're gone. That's okay. We need to get money. I'm not working, unfortunately. I'm waiting for a job. I'm looking. I swear I'm looking. I say this every stream. I'm looking, and yet nothing. I find nothing. America's work. The job market is just trash right now. That was the whole song. That was bad. I'm catching up on track. Get promoted. Thank you for promoting my socials. Yes. If you guys want to look at my socials, they're in the description. They're all linked to one website, which is linked to card. And then if you want to follow or subscribe to me, whatever platform you're on, go ahead. Why did I go ahead like that? Then there's also Discord, but Discord is for people who are 18 plus. Hello, Seekers Noob. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I was catching up on freaking chat because I was moving all over the place. Your job market is ass too, don't worry. It took your boyfriend like half a year of constantly applying before you got a job. It's why you don't quit your job. Your job kind of sucks, but you like it. It's hard to get another job. Yeah, I don't have a job. I actually applied to some jobs last year. One of them didn't even reach out to me until like after they hired everybody they needed. And then um and then the other one denied me because they said they found somebody better, which I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then I haven't applied to a job since. And then I got offered a job for next semester, but I'm waiting on an email. Because I'm probably gonna be a Spanish tutor once I get the email. I just have to apply and do some things. And they're like, okay, you could be a Spanish tutor. But the pay for that is like horrible though. It's like the basic pay rate here. The smallest pay rate you could think of, $7.25. Literally the only good thing about having a oh wait, let me read this message. You challenged me to draw Silly Billy. Who the hell is Silly Billy? I don't know who that is. Literally the only good thing about having a job is having money to spend. True, everything else about it sucks. Before I finished my semester, I got paid, so I'm just like saving my money. It's like a good amount where I could like not have to worry about anything uh for a bit, but I'm looking at art volunteer work because my friend's like, you could do art volunteer work. I'm like, okay, let me look at that. Why is everything in the city? I live 30 minutes away from the city. The only thing, why do we have to work to live in this country, in our countries? Like we have like the worst jobs you could think of. The jobs that I need to do, that I really want to do, they're not in my state, so I would have to move. But that's true. The good thing about having a job is just having money to spend. I need a good job where I could spend a lot, where I could spend a lot on tech. That's the only good thing about my job. No, I was about to say about my job, as if my job is streaming. I don't get paid to stream. I want to set up a dono link, but nobody's gonna use it, and I don't care if anybody uses it. But there's one thing I need about from my dono link too. It's my social security, which is like what you need for anything involving money. The best part of a 9 to 5 is 5 o'clock, right? Everybody's just ready to get off their job off of like the clock. Once it hits 5, I'm out. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. It'd be one thing if the stuff was affordable to live, but like even with a good paying job, it's not enough. Yeah, that's true. This music's too loud for me. You literally have a union job that even 5 years ago would have had more spending power. I'm not wearing my glasses. I need to wear my glasses. I but you literally have a union job that even 5 years ago would have had more spending power, but now it's barely enough for rent, groceries, and your rent is cheap for the area. That sucks. Here, I know here it's getting harder to like really rent stuff out unless you go to the city and try and find something affordable. But now people are like living under their cars and stuff, and I kind of feel bad because that's probably gonna be me one day. Which I hope not, because I'm not selling my computer or anything. I need to start commissions again. All right, this head angle is good because I'm gonna like the body's gonna be different. Just pure shadow. Pro tip of living in your car: get a franchise gym membership for shower access. True. I would have to do that. Yes, I would. Hopefully, I never have to live out my car. The good thing is, if I really need to, then I could technically move where I have family and they would just be more, they would help me out. But there's only one area I wouldn't go because like there's someone I cut off. I cut off a family member and I don't want to go. I would never go to them. All right, this body is too wide. He's supposed to be dripping. And he is not as bad as US, but it is getting there. You think the generation after he's going to get the US treatment though? I feel bad for y'all. This world is like burning. It doesn't help that here in America we have a specific president who does not do his job, and he was caught. This is on TikTok. He said that he does not care about the financial situations of those living in the US. And I'm like, you're our president, but we knew you didn't care anyways. He's just in here to cause problems. Okay, this is how it should be. This Doodle of Dirk is definitely going to look different because I don't have the correct head shape. But he has to be pitch black. Anyone, usually you don't understand how people are having kids. You look at any babies and you're like, damn, they're absolutely screwed. Yeah, that's how exactly, because I want to, like, I do want to have a kid one day. It's just that with the way that the world is going, I actually do not know if I want kids anymore. Anyone doing a B Tech computer engineering is straight up unemployed for life. The market is so saturated. That's what, see, and usually people who are in those career paths are like, oh, y'all are like, they're not screwed. I'm taking a, uh, I'm taking an art minor. I already know that, not art minor, computer science minor. I already know that they're screwed. And even my professor at the time, for this semester. He was like, we are screwed because like people who have good GPAs and whatnot, he's like, oh yeah, they're not finding any jobs, or they're not like nobody wants to hire. And it's true because people, especially Epic Games recently, I live near Epic. Well, not exactly near, but I'm in the state where Epic is right now. They fired people for AI. And it was a big thing on LinkedIn, which I'm only on LinkedIn because I have to be on LinkedIn. You love your kids enough to not bring them onto this earth, right? You can't swing a cat without hitting someone with a computer engineering degree. They deserve so much better. They really do. You got lucky and managed to dig up a field that pays well, guarantees a job, and gets you out of India. I'm glad that you were able to do all that. One of my dreams, I want to like, cause y'all know my major is game design, and y'all know I have a I do like creating games. It's just that I don't have like the amount of passion that anybody else would have when it comes to creative games. So I prefer doing the character design stuff. Um, so I already know that I'm kind of screwed unless it comes to like, unless I can get a job where they're actively hiring character designers. But like they're like, oh, once you're out of the job, like once you're out of the school, you're guaranteed a job. But that's not always the case. Because I have a friend that graduated with a game design major, and she is not working in the field. Any field is like screwed, to be honest. Your field is getting discovered more. You just managed to get into the field before the hype. Yeah. The field that I was originally going for was an art major, but then when you think about it, art majors are gonna have a tough time getting a job as well. I was gonna minor in art, but my parents were like, "You're not minoring in art because game design and art is the same thing." Newsflash, it's not. So I chose computer science, and as much as I like programming, it's not my forte. So I would very much prefer to have that minor in freaking I don't and freaking computer science. As long as you don't bomb your study, you guaranteed a job before you graduate. For as long that's what my school says. I'm guaranteed a job before I graduate, and I have like a quality assurance in all fields with my major because we go over a ton of stuff that are helpful in different types of fields. It's just that I don't believe them. That's the only thing. I don't believe them because they're where my classes are held. My school is known for being a business school. That's where all the business kids go to party. I'm not in business. I might do my master's in business. I don't know yet. But when it comes to a job, I just need to be able to create because I'm a creator. Like as long, like I'm a very logical person, but I need the power to create because if I'm not creating, then I'm gonna feel lost. Agony form. Literally, all of your fourth years are already placing. You think 2 to 3 years are left for placement. See, I don't know how any of that stuff works, to be honest. when in my years, this has nothing to do with what you say, but I thought this was also relating to what I said before. So when I don't have like my passion for game design varies. I I like game design, but I also at the same time I'm like, all of my friends, they have passion for it. Well, not all my friends. I don't really consider them friends, to be honest, because we don't really talk. But they're my classmates. There's only two people that I would consider friends in that thing, or three people in that field, and but they, but the rest of them, they all have passion. Me, I just do the bare minimum, to be honest. I try my, I excel at like a lot of stuff when it comes to game design, but then when it comes to like creating a game or whatnot, I try to do the bare minimum because I just don't have the passion unless I am helping somebody that I know I can absolutely trust. And I say this all the time. I don't have people that I trust with my ideas. Of your lies. I can't sing this song. I'm not in the mood to sing a whole song. I don't know if tears are the appropriate thing to add because I have to add his scar. So maybe not right there. What the hell? And I need his scar to glow. I would actually need to do it more detailed, to be honest. Well, not detailed, but how would I do it more detailed? I can't do it more detailed because his flesh would have to. I would have to I would have to sketch out like the flesh and whatnot. But yeah, that's my take on my years. Although I do enjoy user interface design and 3D modeling, it's just that if I ever make a game, which I am working on a game, I need to like I need people to help me because I can't do it by myself. And luckily I do have people to help me. So with this area right here, I'd probably need to have it like that's about as detailed as I could get. With his flesh hanging off. You're currently making a TT RPG? That sounds fun. I've never made one. I know people that have made their own, and I used to participate in TTRPG stuff, but not anymore. My D&D characters, unfortunately, I have one D&D character. I think he's not gonna be around anymore. Yeah, the Labo was working on one. I don't know if she still is. That's about as gruesome as I could get without having to do something over the top on stream. But yeah, listen, one day, if I highly doubt I'll ever get big into streaming, but if I do get big when it comes to streaming and I manage it like a business, I'm gonna be super successful. One day I'm gonna be my own boss. I'm gonna work from home. That's my dream, to work from home, because who said I don't like customer service. I've never been like a big fan of like the idea of working with customer service, especially here in my state. Like I envy the people that can do it, because I can't. Because the minute somebody is rude to me, I backfire. I fire back. You got to skedaddle. Have fun drawing. Thank you, and I wish you luck on your work. Go get that money. I will make sure to stop by your stream if I can. Whenever I catch you live. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Good luck with work. Oh, on Friday, I haven't decided what we're gonna do tomorrow. On Friday, I'm gonna start working on my other art piece that I sketched. Model, stop freezing. I know we're in the dark, but you can't do this all the time. Yeah, I have a couple of friends who think of coming for illustrations. Anybody that commissions their friends, I love those type of people. I can never. Every time I try to commission somebody, I'm like, nope, because my idea. See, I'm like, nobody would understand my idea. For items and such, that makes sense. That's what I need. We need to do like a stream where I practice drawing stuff from what I see. That's actually what I was planning to do at some point this week. We might do it tomorrow. See, the reason why it's been almost 2 hours already. I when I stream, I get super like focused on chatting with y'all. I just like to talk when I stream art, because I like to talk about everybody's stuff. I like to hear what you guys are working on. The only I gotta draw his hair, freaking hair. This actually keeps me like it, what's it called? Because I always forget how to draw him, so my muscle memory gets better. I could draw Kyron without a reference, but this guy, nah. We're not listening to this. You probably won't do it now. If his sales go well on itch.io, you might con them. I wish you luck on getting the sales to do well. If I ever make anything, I don't know if I'll sell it. I mean, I probably would. Uh, game wise, I don't know if I'll sell my first game because the people that are helping me, like Miru, me and Miru are doing it as like a passion thing, and I can't afford to pay anybody to help me on a game, so I don't want to like make a paid game and then but people are working for free. Like that's not worth it. Unless I was like, hey, I will pay you after, but that's like scummy. I'll pay you once the game once we start getting money. Like, no, that's scummy. And I don't like people who are like that. I'm probably gonna alter how his hair is in this form. Not in this form, but in his the agony form. Like the hair is gonna be a lot more floaty, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. You're not doing that, yeah. Okay, never mind. That didn't turn out how I want it to. It takes me forever to freaking doodle. I swear. Yes, when I was doodling the first thing on Monday, it took me forever because I changed up his anatomy 5 different times. I was like, I don't know how I want his anatomy. And then I changed it up and I was like, okay, wait, the leg is like this, the arm is like this. And I was like, oh my God. I was freaking out. Where's my phone? I forgot to put out on TikTok that I was live. And this is wrong. It needs to be like this. You're too careful for investments like that. Yeah. I The good thing is we have people who could tell us like how to do stuff now and we can do our own research. The people who don't do their research is usually the ones that'll fail. Because they tend, like, people like that tend to not be as careful as we might be. You always want to make sure you're careful with whatever it is you do. If only we could tell that to the rich people, but they don't care. They risk everything. How would I draw his shirt? I feel like his shirt would remain the same. I forget. I don't remember if I specified the lore for this guy. He's only created after he gets his scar on his cheek. Why am I looking at Google? Not Google. Freaking Gmail. He only gets the scar after after he gets the freaking scar. This thing only exists after the scar appears because what Derek goes to the hospital right after the incident because somebody found they hear something. He knocks over a computer after the attack by accident from trying to move back. So workers come in, they're like, "Oh, what's that noise?" Next thing you know, there's Derek on the ground, passed out. But this thing could also look like it makes itself sometimes it'll make itself like a normal person, but it doesn't get seen until nobody notices that it's there until like 1982. Not 1982, 1987. You're good at a lot of things, however you suck at betting on yourself. That's me. We're not listening to this. That's how I am. I'm getting hungry. Wrong guy. There we go. I started getting hungry, but I literally made breakfast. I had candied bacon and eggs with potatoes and spinach for breakfast. I'm about to go grab one of my snacks. I just didn't make the whole entire breakfast that I usually eat. This is a good doodle for Agony, Derek. Hello, Epic Kruger. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. What was I doing? Oh yeah, before stream I was working on music. Uh, well, not music. I wasn't really working on anything. I was just eating and creating the thumbnail for YouTube. But I did work on some song. I was going through a bunch of my old files last night while me and my friends were watching freaking what's it called? What were we watching? Oh yeah, me and my friends were watching Hoarders last night. We were supposed to be watching something creepy. That thing was disgusting. Disgusting. Draw Ace. I have no idea who Ace is. I also do not do drawing requests, so I apologize for that. I don't remember the last time I've done a art request. I think the last time I've ever done a request is like what year? 2018 was probably the last time I've taken art requests, and I was like, I'm not doing it anymore because people were taking advantage. But yeah, I draw my own characters or whatever I feel like. I can't be bothered to work with people's requests, especially if I don't know who they are. All right, I'm done with this song. Skip. Ace from One Piece. Oh, I regret to inform you and everybody who's listening on both Twitch and YouTube. I don't like One Piece. So sorry. I'm trying to like. Okay, great. Now I can move this one over here. Listen, I'm not into anime. Not really. Not as much anymore. I mean, the last anime I was watching was Higurashi, but and Naruto Shippuden, but One Piece is the one anime that I cannot get into. I think one of my friends tried to get me to draw one Luffy, whatever, Luffy, and I was like, I'm not drawing Luffy. That's how much I don't like One Piece. Do I want the eyebrows? No, but the head shape needs to change. That's not it. The freaking flesh, I kind of like it. Though it's not really like correct. No, it's not correct. I need it to be like more deep. I thought about having the skin, drawing the skin hanging off, and I'm like, I need flesh. Like parts of his face is missing. Well, no, it's not missing because they take it in and graft it back. But oh yeah, I need his skull or his jaw right there. It's not accurate, but it's okay. We were supposed to be drawing my other guy by now, my main OC by now. But I'm probably gonna be streaming for majority of the day, try to doodle and get as much in because I'm not doing anything tonight. So it's probably gonna be a long stream. Okay, we have these guys for my FNAF stuff. I'll probably doodle him together, but I still want to work on V. Derek and V because they're best friends. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a quick break, a quick bathroom break, and then I need to get a snack. So, the Laval, are you still here? Let me pick a song. Because if you are, will you watch chat for me? And if not, then oh well, go crazy, I guess, but not too crazy. I can't remember if Wisebot will ban you if you send links, so please don't send links, because if you do, Wisebot's gonna get you. Let me pick a song. All right. I'll be right back. I'm back. There we go. Well, not as big as it was before, but and I gotta grab my headphones because I can't hear anything. I got my snack, so you're gonna hear me eating. Is my thing lagging? It is. Give me a minute. Okay, never mind. It does that every time I walk away from OBS. But yeah, I got this Hillshire snack that I usually get when I got nothing. All right, let's get back to art. Oops. Uh-oh. No, don't do that. Brush size. No. Okay. There's something wrong with my zoom tool. At least it's the upper button. Maybe it needs a firmware update. Because my bottom one is fine. Oops, wrong there. Thank you. Oh wait, that's not WiseBot, but that's Stream Elements for reminding me. If you want to check out my socials, use exclamation point socials on Twitch. For YouTube, it's underneath the. It's in the description because there's no commands for YouTube. And if you wanna, so if you wanna like check out my different types of socials or just look at my art gallery, see what's in store, it's there on my website. And then if you really want to like, you could also contact me on that website. It'll go to my email. And I could read all the emails that you send or whatnot. And then what's it called? And then what else? If you want to look at my Discord, use exclamation point Discord. Same for YouTube, except for YouTube is in the description. You have to be 18 plus to be in my Discord. If I find out you're not 18 plus, you are going to get kicked out until you are 18. Because I don't let people who are here. Okay, people who are watching me, as long as you're older than 16, as long as you're 16 or older, you can watch me. I don't let anybody else below 16 watch me. And if you are below 16, don't tell me. Because I don't ask anybody their age. Or I don't, yeah, I don't ask anybody for their age. Unless it's absolutely necessary. Like, if I'm talking about something and you make me sound old, I'm probably gonna ask you for your age. Because I'm in my 20s. I figured out how to add more shape to the ears just from doodling today. This is why you should doodle before warm-ups. You learn new things every time you doodle. And it's actually teaching me stuff that I've known before, but I can't remember how to do unless I keep practicing. That's why I doodle when I'm not actually drawing, so I could get ideas out. And I use it as a break from rendering, because usually I'll just render, then take a break for like a week, and then come up with another piece. No, just doodle. Let me just make these both sad instead. I feel like if I add tears right here, it would be weird, because like it's just destroyed right here, so what else am I forgetting? He has buttons right here that I'll make glow. He's not gonna, I don't think he'll have like the name tag. He might. If I add this, then he will. Because I know certain parts of his body will glow. I might have to add a rule for when I do art streams too. Don't ask me for drawing requests. I'm pretty sure I had that rule, but then I took it down. I forget that. Listen, I don't create content for YouTube as much as I do anymore, but I forget people will ask you to draw anything. If I was doing a drawing request stream, maybe, but that's gonna be a redeem for Twitch, maybe. But it's gonna be like draw you, and then I'll draw you how I see you. I'm pretty sure I was gonna add that like last week, and I never did. And I keep saying I'm gonna add it, and then I never did. That'll be colored. All of it's gonna be black, to be honest. What the hell? I thought somebody came in for a second. Sorry, I had to fix YouTube. Yeah, people absolutely need His badge. All right. It takes me so many layers just to freaking color. Not freaking color, to do freaking a simple sketch. I need to fix that though. It takes me like 6 layers just to sketch, which is weird because when I first started sketching, because mind you, I don't doodle unless it's on my sketchbook, but then I got my sketchbook again and I love doodling. And then when I got sick, I was doodling just to have more art out while I was sick. I found my love for doodling again this year. But it used to take, usually it's like 3 layers, 1 to 3 layers. And not anymore, I guess. I guess when I have an idea, it just doesn't work. Why am I doing that? All right, now we can color, which I already have my colors picked out in mind at least, and they're right here in this diamond format that I use for all my character designs. Because I associate my brand is usually associated with like a rhombus diamond shapes. My brand is a demon, so we're gonna do black. Sorry. But let me do it like this. And then we doodle V and Derek side by side. And of course, I'm going to start with Derek first because Derek is the one that I am drawing constantly. V's going to take me the longest. This is essentially my whole doodle sheet, so I don't know. I'll post like whenever I want to doodle Derek, I'll just post doodles here, and then I'll have like a sheet for my own project. My Enigma. Oh, I do already have one. It's just that I ruined it by doodling all my other characters. I need to have an Eterna doodle sheet though. And then Enigma. And then we have Tenebria, which is my home world. And then I guess that's it for doodle sheets. Unless I do Metro. Oh no, Metro City Girls. No, not Metro City Girls. That's a group name. Metro City. Which is another thing that I'm working on, but I don't write for it. And the reason why I don't like have anything written for it is because that thing is super, at least that world building, it could be anything. As long as Jalissa and Revlissa are still a thing and are still evil. It's not like they have like redemption. Well, they could be good, but I don't know about Revlissa. Mm, she's a whole demon. Great. Well, now that's done. Of course, I'm probably gonna have to change the eye shape so that it's like, or at least the color, so that doesn't like interfere with the works. Let's see. No, it's still fine. And of course, this is gonna be posted tonight for Tumblr, but everywhere else has to wait. Do I want the hair to glow, or do I just want it to be like a shadowy figure like that? Actually, hold up. Duplicate. Oh wait, that's the wrong. I want this. Wrong layer. Merge. Actually, don't merge. Sorry for anybody who just got flashbanged. Let me do. That way you still see the outline. Though not really. It's just faint. Delete. Do I want freaking no, I don't. Do I want this to glow? At least okay, so this is what he kind of looks like in the shadows, is what I was kind of going for. And then when he's outside the shadows, he just looks like normal Derek. But at night and any other and like in the darkness or whatever, he just looks weird. He looks strange. I love Liverpool. Okay, I don't want the badge to glow actually, because it makes no sense. But the panda will have eyes that glow. That's a stupid joke. Let me see if I could try something. What if I had like the skin hanging off? That looks like a neck scar, and I'm like, I should have thought about that. I'd never use a kneaded eraser. I don't know why. It just bugs me. I need like I only have pen tools. I need eraser tools. Okay, maybe not like that, but I need it to hang. I don't care about that. I just need it to like that. Actually, no, it wouldn't make sense because it would be gone. And then I'll write the words agony. Derek is going to be unaware of this thing's existence for some time. Somebody's going to tell him that there's something that looks exactly like him in the stupid world, but I don't like taking out the agony. It makes it sound like an agony, an accent. Wrong brush. There we go. I forgot you can't move that. I might actually put him in his own corner right here. But I'm gonna resize him because this, if you guys don't know, I am drawing in a 8,000. Well, you can't see. It's an 8,000 by 5,000 layer, so I'll be good. I draw big and I'll resize after. Which people think I'm crazy for drawing big, but I don't care. I do what I want. Okay, well that just ruins it. I don't like this song. If I do it like this, it just kind of ruins it. If I do that, well, I guess I could like, I know. I could airbrush it. I think it might work better if I use a specific tone. Hold up. Not specific tone, but specific color. Now I'm gonna airbrush the edges because I don't want to have him seem like he's radioactive. Don't do that. That's my brush size. This is like cool concept art for a ghost, to be honest. That was I gonna do, I guess. It needs to be like a harsher. It probably doesn't work because it only works when you have black on it too. Like this. But I don't want that. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, that's right here. The background will not be saying though. Let me write this man's name. Because if I post him, I can't be like, oh, this is somebody. This is also Derek. It's not. I promise you it's not. What was this? I should put concept. Because I don't have an outfit design for him yet, so that's how I usually start ideas. I'll doodle the head. The issue is figuring out his body, because I don't know how I'm doing it. So I have to look at construction workers and see their body types. It's been almost 3 hours, and my body's like, do I want to continue streaming? Because if I continue streaming, I might be distracted. Because I'm technically babysitting. So, not yet, but I'm about to start that. Unfortunately, I said I was going to stream the whole day, but then I completely forgot. I could get started on Derek and V talking. I've always had this doodle in mind, them trauma dumping. Except Derek has way more trauma dump. I have an idea. Because I know exactly the faces I want to make, because I want B to be like, That's not the pen. Why are we listening to space ambience? No, that's for my sleeping. That's for when I sleep, not for you. Well, that's not how I want it. How would I do it? I have it in mind. Okay, let's pretend. Okay, these are her eyebrows. These are her eyes. And she's like, I don't know. This is how I usually try to get my facial features. Not my facial features, but my expressions. Let me look at her structure. I don't remember which one's new and which one's old, so we're gonna go with this. I mean, they're both the same, so it's gonna be complicated because I only drew her in the chibi format. I guess we'll do the Kyron Doodles tomorrow. Oh yeah, we'll do the Kyron Doodles tomorrow. I've been drawing for 2 hours and 46 minutes. I feel like I need a break before I even get started. Even though we only do this and this. Art, when you do art, time goes by. Cause there's one doodle that I wanted to do it live, because that doodle I was gonna turn into an art piece. I was gonna turn that into an art piece. I really was. And I'm still going to turn into an art piece because the one piece that I won't have to render and the one piece that I know would look good. Although it would look good on paper if I did it in ink. It's been, how long has it been? It's been 2 years now. Well, yeah, it's been 2 years since I've done an ink drawing. No, 3 years since I've done an ink drawing. Right? No, it's been 2 years. Yeah, 2 years since I've done an ink drawing. I'm like, I really, I miss doing ink drawings. I don't have pen and ink. I need to get some of that though. Oh, I like that song. I completely forgot. My whole thing just disconnected. There you go. So if I had to assume, well, not assume something, but I want them to, well, I want Derek to be kind of looking to the side almost. It's gonna be, and I'm drawing small right now to get the structure. I mean, if I knew I could sketch like this to get my stuff, or my ideas across easily, I would have done that years ago, and I wouldn't be stuck in art break and then art block. If I remember correctly, Derek is like taller than Bu, which is funny because me and her creator were the same height in real life, 5'7". 5'6", 5'7". We're about the same height. Hold up. Give me one moment. I gotta send this to my friends. This is how I actually, that's how I started this sketch. To be honest, I started small, then enlarged it, and then was like, let me add a line for the wall. But that's how I started this. It's just so much easier. But it takes me a while because then I'm like, his anatomy's off, his muscles aren't matching. Do I want him to like, kind of like, I don't know what I'm trying to do. I think I do know what I'm trying to do. It's just that executing it does not, trying to execute it right now doesn't look good. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go in like a few minutes. So I'll show off the doodle. Oh yeah, I promised that I would show the art piece. I just remembered. I would show the art piece that I had finished off stream on Friday. I'm so sorry, I forgot to do that at the beginning of the stream. It's 3:43. I can leave around 4 o'clock because once 4 o'clock hits, it's about to get loud. This is the last art piece that I finished. You drove so much these last few nights that your forearm is hurting from moving your wrist. You need to take a break. That's what you need to do. I always say that I need to take my own advice. I'm always at my computer because all my work and everything I do is done on the computer. Yeah, this is the art piece. I thought I was gonna finish it on stream, and I was like, I don't have time to do this all on stream. I ended up finishing it during the whole at like 8 p.m. at night. That was fun, but yeah. But yeah, make sure to take like if anybody here is like constantly writing or like drawing or working on something that involves their hands, take a break. I think the only thing I don't like is because I'd never add lighting to the lip before, so this area looks cute. weird, but my shading has improved. Why does this look like a school photo shoot? Almost. Or a yearbook photo. I don't know why it looks like that. But I kept the shadows, I kept the details very minimal for the lighting, which is like, I'm glad, because if I was doing the hair, if I didn't do what I did beforehand, this whole hair, the entire thing would have been shaded and the lighting would look off. So I'm glad. But I was like, we're not doing that. I was like, we're not doing that this time. So start with grayscale, add the lighting first, and then add shading. You could do the shading later. And surprisingly, that worked. So I'll be using that method from now on. Effing beautiful, thank you. I'm kind of proud of it. Well, not kind of. I'm really proud of it because it's been forever since I rendered. The only thing I have issues with is this arm. I need to practice perspective. And then his hand is in his pocket because I was too lazy to actually draw the entire thing. This was his original outfit. This is technically his original outfit before I changed it to be a t-shirt. I was like, I'm not wearing a tie. But now I'm like, the normal model that I'll have next time is definitely going to have a tie. It's just more fitting than a freaking t-shirt with a random doodle. But yeah, that was the last art piece that I did. I'm about to take a break myself, to be honest. My legs are begging to be stretched. I look like I'm going to prom. Funny enough, prom is the only school event that I went to in high school. So, but my prom photos don't look anything like that. And I went with friends. The only thing I don't, okay, so let me change this to a video. I hate when you like a song and then somebody steals the song and tries to pass it off as their own. You did not make the song. There we go. I get they want it to be available on YouTube Music, but you gotta like be careful with what you do. But yeah, I do kind of look like I'm going to prom. I never thought of it that way. Thank you for saying that. Now it's stuck in my head. Okay, now I don't want to listen to this because I'm not in the mood. Old Vocaloid songs, I swear. They're good, and then you got like the very dark ones. That last song was about a mother killing her own child. This 30 PV is crazy. And the hands, I'm not even gonna bother drawing the hands because I'm lazy like that. I'm lazy. But I'll draw like the thumb right here. And I only draw like this when I don't have an idea of like the pose that I want. So, but people who use AI will draw like this, and then they'll be like, oh, this is where actually this is how AI artists draw. They go, AI artists will like have no fundamental, will know how to draw like certain things. So they'll draw like this. Let's say I don't know what kind of pose I'm doing. So let's not pay attention to that. But they'll draw like this and then it'll go like they'll add shapes, like random shapes like this. And I'm like, is this how you this is not how you draw. This is not how you draw. You have no you don't know your anatomy if you draw like that. Ran your hand under cold water, you conceptually hate the concept of prom because it makes effing teenagers insecure about not having spouse. That's true. I went with friends because I don't care about dating. As much as I would love, I've never dated anybody, so that's probably why I don't care. But as much as I would love a partner, it's just not on my mind right now. So when teenagers go there, they feel insecure because somebody asked them, just go with your friends. It's much better to go with friends. And then ranking people based on popularity for prom king. Yeah, I never understood that. Like that's I hate when people do that. The idea of prom king and prom queen need to die. Everybody's prom king and prom queen in my eyes. I don't care. You don't need to win a freaking popularity contest. But yeah, this is how AI artists draw. And I'm like, how are you doing anything like this? This guy looks like he's about to like attack. Just kind of gave me a monster idea. Like an arm cannon. I could think of an arm cannon right here. Almost, but like, nah. But yeah. I don't know. I've like at first I wasn't gonna go to prom. The only reason why I went was because I think one of my friends asked me if I was going to prom, and I said I wasn't, but then I would. I got convinced to go to prom basically because my friend said that we should go together because everybody. And then she invited one of our very old friends who I wasn't like expecting because and for some reason I could not remember who she was. And then I was like, "Wait, are you Lily?" And then she's like, "How did you know?" And I'm like, I forgot, but then I remembered because she was so excited to see me, but I could not remember her because it's been years. I was like, "Wait, Lily?" And she's like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" And I'm like, because she used to be very loud. That's how I remember. But she looked very familiar. You're A, so it doesn't affect you either. But based on your college mates, that is definitely not the case for everyone. Yeah. For me, it's just that I'm a loner. I've always been known to be a loner. I like being alone. It's just, but I prefer friends, you know. But I prefer going anywhere with friends. It's just that in your teenage years and your early adult years, dating is such a big thing, and I don't conform to normal rules, that normal society norms, so I don't care. And plus, me right now, for years, I've been saying I'm focusing on myself. Like, I'm focused on my career. When I say my career when as if I have one right now, but I'm focused on like making sure that I'm good. I think the sad thing is, if I ever break up with somebody, I probably wouldn't care. I'd be like, oh, okay. It's just that it's just like I get it. I've been with that person for years. Like, yeah, it's gonna hurt, but then I'd be like the most non-expressive person. And I also don't like being physical. Like, I don't like physical touch all that much. Like the idea of kissing. Well, I do. find it hot. I don't like. I would never kiss anybody. I highly doubt it. Cause I just like me kissing somebody is like, ugh, ugh. Okay. uh-uh. It's a mix of insecurities about you being not being mature enough for your partner, not knowing what a partner would like. Yeah. I mean, when I was in primary or kindergarten, whatnot, not kindergarten, but like fifth grade, fourth, fourth and fifth grade, I had a friend that we both liked each other. She moved away month before, but like I could care for somebody else's needs. Like I will cook for you, I will clean for you, I will take care of everything you need for you. It's just that I don't know if people are ready to handle who I am. Because I am so introverted. Like, oh, you want to like you want to go somewhere? No, I'm good. Are you sure? No. You want to get something to eat? No, I'd rather cook. But if I get something to eat, it must be these three things. It must be Japanese, Chinese, or Mexican food, or Indian food. Actually, no. Yeah, put Japanese food at number one, Indian food at two, Chinese at. Okay, well, no. Indian and Japanese are both. No. Indian and Mexican food are number one, Japanese and then Chinese. Three and then four, like that. I grew up on Indian and Japanese cuisine, and then in my state, there's like a Chinese restaurant at every turn. So, yeah, the current one you are running with is having someone you could trust with all your troubles as someone you love talking to. Yeah, that's exactly it for me. Like, also the idea of just staying, like, being with that person forever and like, my mind is like, will I not just get bored of that person? I don't want to be that person. Like, do you not get bored? That's my issue. I'm afraid I'm gonna get bored one day and then be like, okay. But that's why it has to be the right person. Why did I pause the music? I thought I heard something. But yeah, just having a partner, I don't know what it is about having a partner. Maybe it's not for me right now. Maybe in like a year or two or a future, but like, to be honest, this is like a thing. I have not seen myself living past, like, once I graduate. I'll be 22 when I graduate. The only future I see myself is like I'm living in a different state or a different country that's still on the west coast of the world, uh, the west side of the world. But I haven't seen myself after that. My future after that is kind of confusing. So only time will tell. But yeah, I need somebody that can like, as long as like, if I can handle your needs, I need you to handle my needs. But there needs to be communication. Also, I do not want somebody who's just keeping me, like, keeps me away from friends no matter the gender, because there's people who will not allow their partners to be friends with the opposite gender, and I'm the type of person who is friends with everybody no matter what gender they are, what they go by and whatnot. uh I'm friends with everybody. So I cannot be told, oh, you can't hang out with these people, oh, you cannot hang out with this or that, and I'm like, no, I'm like, no. The minute you start doing that to me is the minute I cut you off. I'm not gonna spend all my days with. I'm not gonna spend all my days being miserable because somebody's trying to keep me away from friends and other people. This song's good. What time is it? It's 4 p.m. So I gotta go. It's been 3 hours. I thought I would get to this V, Derek and V Doodle, but I'm not. So I'm gonna like finish it off stream. But I'll be back tomorrow to like doodle the. I'll be back tomorrow to doodle me. We're gonna spend tomorrow doodling me and my different AUs. And I'll get like poses ready for them tonight. I'll be working on stuff tonight because I am not gonna be on call for the next 2 days. Ooh. Sorry, I see a cool design. I'm gonna keep this song on loop. It's just too loud for me. But yeah, I gotta go before it starts getting too loud in like the next hour. But as always, the VOD will be up on the VOD is going to be up on YouTube. I'm gonna also post the VOD on Twitch. I really want to start streaming for 5 hours. Like I remember I used to stream for 5 hours or longer. So I might start earlier tomorrow, but it really depends on how early I wake up. It depends. Yeah, I gotta go because in like 7 minutes my baby brother's about to get back, so I gotta make sure that he's good and whatnot. But yeah, thank you guys for coming and thank you to all the new people that came in. I'm going to update the channel rules or remind my I'm gonna update the channel rules for YouTube. Because Twitch, y'all know the drill when it comes to my rules, but YouTube they don't know. I feel like people who come in don't know. But if I'm doing for our stream specifically, I gotta be like, I don't do drawing requests because people think I know all these different types of anime or whatnot just based off how I present myself on stream and whatnot. No, I don't know what anime you're talking about. Who, like the requests I got today were Silly Billy and Ace from One Piece. There is no way like who I still the minute I say I don't do drawing requests, I drive people away for some reason. Like that's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy how the world works. But yeah, please next time if y'all are gonna come into my streams next time, do not ask me to draw something. People on Twitch, I'm going to add a redeem later tonight. I it's in my mind. You guys are gonna get a doodle redeem. Yeah, you guys will have a doodle redeem. YouTube, no. You, I mean, I guess it can be based off of you. I guess it can be you. Well, it's gonna be you. It's gonna be called Draw Me. I'm like, okay, you want me to draw you? Then you gotta describe. You would have to describe yourself. Do not use that as a drawing request for random characters because I will draw those characters in a crappy way. Just like how I'm gonna use that redeem as like as a way to draw you in a crappy way for a break from my art. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for coming. I had such a fun time today. Thank you to the new people that subscribe and to the new people that joined in today. You know, streams on YouTube are really rare. Well, not rare, but it's rare to see the YouTube chat active. So today was new. Uh, Thank you to all the people that came on Twitch. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or morning or night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you all tomorrow. I'm not even ready to say goodbye. Oh, yeah. Join my Discord if you're older than 18 and check out my website in the description for Twitch. It's right there. Link is right there and there. The commands are always active no matter when I'm live. Also, you could see it down below in my Twitch panels. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. And I will see you all next time. Good. What the? Goodbye.